She started shaking when she realized what she had done. The flames ate through the blue cover in seconds. Evangeline stood frozen, holding the lighter like it might bite her. "There," she said, but her voice cracked. "Now you can't ruin everything." I stared at the ashes on her kitchen floor. We were supposed to fly to Prague in 4 hours. Theodore was already loading the car, humming off-key while our daughter packed her stuffed elephant. "You're insane," I whispered. She dropped the lighter. It clattered against the marble, the sound echoing through her perfect kitchen. "I had to. You don't understand what you were walking into. A vacation? With my family? No." Her hands trembled as she backed away from the burning remains. A trap. Something in her tone made my stomach twist. This wasn't her usual drama about me stealing her precious son. Her face had gone ash gray, and sweat beaded on her forehead despite the air conditioning. "What are you talking about?" "The travel agent. Delphine Kovac. She's not who she claims to be." Evangeline gripped the counter. "I hired a private investigator after she contacted us about the trip. The discounted family package to Prague was too good to be true." My blood chilled. The vacation had been Evangeline's idea. A surprise gift to celebrate our anniversary. All expenses paid, luxury hotels, private tours. Who is she? My dead husband's business partner, the one who disappeared after embezzling $2 million from their company 15 years ago. Her voice shook. The one who swore she'd destroy everything I loved before vanishing. I felt the room spin. "Your husband died in a car accident." Delphine cut his brake lines. Evangeline's composure completely shattered. I could never prove it, but I knew. She blamed him for the FBI investigation that exposed her money laundering operation. She pulled out her phone with trembling fingers, showing me a news article from 2009. The headline read, "Czech national wanted for financial crimes linked to organized crime." The photo showed a younger woman with different hair, but the eyes were unmistakable. Our travel agent. "She's been planning this for years, getting close to us, learning our routines, our daughter's schedule." Evangeline's voice turned desperate. "The Prague hotel? It doesn't exist. I called this morning. The confirmation numbers are fake." My mouth went dry. "Then where were we supposed to go?" "I don't know, but my investigator found shipping manifests. Delphine's been moving cargo containers through Eastern Europe. Human trafficking, he thinks." The kitchen felt like it was closing in. "You could have just told us." "Why burn my passport?" "Because Theodore wouldn't have believed me. He thinks I'm paranoid since the diagnosis." She touched her temple. "Early onset dementia. Stage 1. No one takes my warnings seriously anymore." That's when I heard the front door slam. "Mom, where is everyone?" Theodore's voice echoed from the entryway. "Delphine's outside. She says there's been a change of plans. We need to leave immediately." Evangeline grabbed my arm, her grip surprisingly strong. "She knows I figured it out. That's why she's here early." Through the kitchen window, I saw a black sedan idling in the driveway. 2 men sat in the front seats, and neither looked like airline representatives. "Mom?" Theodore called again, footsteps approaching the kitchen. Evangeline pressed something cold into my palm. A burner phone. "Speed dial 1 reaches Agent Morrison at the FBI. Tell him Delphine Kovac resurfaced." Her eyes were wild but lucid. "Speed dial 2 reaches my investigator. He has all the evidence." The kitchen door started to open. "Whatever happens next," she whispered urgently, "don't let them take our granddaughter." Theodore walked in, his face bright with excitement that immediately crumbled when he saw the ashes on the floor and our terrified expressions. "What happened here?" He looked between us, confused. "Mom, why do you look like you've seen a ghost?" Before Evangeline could answer, the front doorbell rang. Not the cheerful chime we were used to, but a harsh, insistent buzzing that seemed to go on forever. "That's probably Delphine," Theodore said, starting toward the door. "She said something about needing to verify our documents before—" "Don't answer it." Evangeline's voice cut through the air like a blade. Theodore stopped, his hand on the doorframe. "Mom, what's wrong with you? We're already running late." The burner phone felt heavy in my palm. Through the window, I watched one of the men from the sedan get out and walk toward our house. He moved with the predatory grace of someone accustomed to violence. "Theodore," I said carefully, "your mom needs to tell you something important about this trip. Can it wait until we're in the air?" He checked his watch. "Delphine said the charter leaves at—" "There is no charter." Evangeline's words hit him like a physical blow. The doorbell stopped ringing. In the sudden silence, we heard footsteps moving around the side of the house toward the back door. "Mom, you're scaring me." Theodore's voice had gone small, like a child's. "What do you mean there's no charter? The woman you think is our travel agent is named Delphine Kovac. She killed your father." I watched my husband's face cycle through confusion, disbelief, and finally, a dawning horror as Evangeline quickly explained everything she'd told me. The embezzlement, the brake lines, the fake vacation that was really an elaborate kidnapping scheme. "But that's impossible," he whispered. "Dad died in an accident, the police said. The police found what they were meant to find." Evangeline moved to the window and peered through the blinds. She's very good at making things look like accidents. A soft tapping came from the back door. Not knocking, probing. Someone was testing whether it was locked. "Where's Ophelia?" I asked suddenly, realizing our 5-year-old daughter hadn't come down to find us. "In her room, packing." Theodore's voice was hollow. She was so excited about seeing the castle. The tapping stopped. Then we heard the unmistakable sound of glass breaking from the back patio. "They're inside," Evangeline breathed. I gripped the burner phone tighter. "I'm calling the FBI." "No time." She grabbed a butcher knife from the block on the counter. "They'll be here in seconds." Heavy footsteps moved through the house below us. Multiple people spreading out systematically. "The panic room," Evangeline whispered. "Behind the bookshelf in my study." We crept toward the back stairs but froze when we heard Delphine's voice echoing from the foyer. "Evangeline, darling, I know you're here, and I know you've figured out who I am." Her accent was thicker now, more pronounced. 15 years is a long time to wait for revenge, but some things are worth savoring. Theodore grabbed my hand, his palms slick with sweat. We could hear more footsteps, at least 3 sets, moving through the house. I have to get Ophelia, I whispered. No, Evangeline hissed. Too dangerous. But I was already moving, slipping out of the kitchen and up the back stairs. Every creak of the old wood sounded like a gunshot in the silence. Ophelia's room was at the end of the hall. I could hear her humming to herself as she packed her favorite dolls. The normalcy of it made my chest tight. I pushed open her door. She looked up with a brilliant smile. Mama, I can't decide if I should bring Rosalind or Beatrice. Which one do you think would like Prague better? Both, I said, scooping her up along with her stuffed elephant. We're playing a new game. We have to be very, very quiet. Her eyes widened with excitement. Like hide and seek? Exactly like hide and seek. I carried her to the window overlooking the side.